Welcome to Geeks Between Worlds, the crossover podcast where pop culture collides.
What is up, everybody? I'm your host, Oscar Lucio. We are with Steven Scotthorn. How you doing, Steven?
Doing pretty good. I'm in a lot of pain.
You in a lot of pain?
Immense pain.
Men's pain.
Immense pain.
You're working out.
I'm working out.
You're getting down.
I'm picking heavy stuff up, and I'm putting them back down.
Yep. So first is to pick up, and then
Mm-hmm.
you get down.
Yeah, it's really that simple.
I like it.
You just pick it up heavy
Is
stuff.
it like boxes and stuff?
Yeah, like everything. I picked up a bed the other day.
You picked up a bed.
I picked up this kid.
So does your CrossFit gym just brings in beds and kids? They're like, today we're lifting beds and kids.
Exactly. You know, that's the workout. Is we all go around a bed and there's a bunch of kids on it and we lift the bed up 20 times. That's CrossFit.
You're gonna go to jail for that.
That probably.
That sounds.
I'm not really
that
lifting
sounds
up
like
kids.
a freaky pedophile seance. That is bad. You do not.
Well,
want
I mean,
to
we
be
do a
part
little
of that.
chant at the end. I mean, now that you
You say a
mention
little
it.
chant. Yeah. See,
we chant. It
that's
goes,
what happens. It's okay. So my friends totally convinced me that this brewery that I'm a member in,
Mhm.
it's actually a secret cult, and they completely convinced me about it. Like, they made me explain them the process, and I was convinced that I was in a cult. I was like, oh my god.
Which one are we talking about?
The something brewery.
Something
Yeah,
brewery?
no, great guys, great
Yeah.
place, great atmosphere, great beers.
Good-
And
good
that
beer.
should be a commercial right there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But
Yeah.
anyway. So I'm like explaining. I'm like, yeah, so I get like this punch card in every visit. So 5 visits, free beer. 10 visits, free growler. 15, I get this code for a door, right? And then this closet houses a bunch of mugs, and it has like a little dog tag with your name on it, and that's your mug. And so, and then after that, you know, there's like elite membership and stuff like that. And he just looked at me, he goes, dude, you're in a fucking cult.
Like once you start talking about like
The
you
closet?
get the code for the
Yeah.
door in the closet. Yeah, that's when it kind of.
And then if I pay elite membership, then like I get like a growler with my name on it, you know, and then my mug hangs above the countertop rather than the door. Like, it's like, oh no, you don't even have to go in the closet. Like, we have your mug right above the counter because you're the shit.
I mean, I want all of that.
Right?
I'm not gonna lie.
And that's nice, right?
And as long as they don't give you Kool-Aid at the
No,
end of the
and
day.
that's the point. That's where all of this is going
Yeah.
towards, is that
Is the
they were
Kool-Aid.
like, Oscar, they're going to finally release a beer, and it's going to just kill everybody on release night. Because they do. They have really big release nights. Like, it's
Ooh.
straight packed in there. And it's like,
Ooh.
wow. Something dead. I'm fucking dead.
So,
Yeah.
you
no.
might want to get out
Great
of that.
place, though.
No,
Great place,
yeah,
though. Great
I've been
guys.
there.
But they do
Good
sell
beer.
like clothing with all their brand on
Yeah,
it and
I
stuff
mean,
like that, which
that's-
is fine, you know.
exactly.
But like,
That's what
when
we
you
need
put
to do.
everything together, you know.
As long as there's not some head guy that everyone really respects, but he's got like a shady past.
There is a blow machine in the back, though, that you pay like 50 cents for a new little like plastic head, and then you blow in the machine to see how drunk you are, to see if you can drive, though. That's a bar that cares.
Yeah, see?
That's nice, right?
Yeah, I mean,
Maybe
they care about
your
you.
bar already has it, listeners, but I'm just new to that, and like I'm like, whoa, you care about me.
Yeah, no, all the bars I go to, they definitely don't care about me.
Yeah, I feel like
None
I
of
could
them do.
ask them for, be like, dude, I need 50 cents so I can see if I could drive, and they'd probably give me the 50 cents.
Yeah, probably.
Right? They're good
That's a
guys.
bar that cares.
Yeah, it does.
Does your bar care about you?
Does
listener?
it care, America, about you?
And if you're not 21 yet,
Then
it doesn't care about
yeah,
you.
then it doesn't care about you, but it will, and it's waiting to nurture you.
It's waiting.
Yeah, that's bad. Don't become an
Put beer in
alcoholic.
hand. Yeah, don't do that.
But anyway, this week is an important week. It was the release of the Switch. Nice. That was
Had to do it.
that was actually a sound bit that we put in. You
Yeah.
couldn't tell the difference if we were really snapping or if we weren't.
You couldn't tell.
No, actually, the
couldn't tell.
Nintendo Snap is much brighter and in like an echoey room. You notice
I
that?
guess you're right. It's got acoustics to it.
It's got acoustics.
It's got acoustics.
I wonder how, like, just I picture this like nice hardwood studio and just like this Japanese guy in there going
Just over and over again. They're like,
and over
it's
and
not
over.
right.
Yeah.
And then finally, after 16 hours of recording, just
Yeah.
the right
And they
one.
bring the new guy in because the dude broke his finger.
No, there's tons of them that are breaking their fingers.
We've been through like 45 dudes that can snap.
They don't have the right snap. I mean, that is a very distinctive snap.
What kind of finger exercises are they doing? Do you think they got the hand clamper? You think they got the little dude and the eyes and the ears pop out in the mouth? That little weird thing is like...
No, they're probably lifting up beds and kids.
Oh, nice. That's all you got to do. You buy the beds because you're a respectable person.
No, it's the
and then
kid's
you
bed.
snatch the... Oh, it's the kid's bed? I didn't say you just snatch at the kid on the street, you know, because you can't buy a kid. So that's really the only way you could do it.
I mean, in some countries you can.
I mean, I guess. I mean, that's fucked up, though.
Yeah, it is pretty
You
fucked
took
up.
that to a dark-ass place. What the fuck?
This whole episode has been pretty dark so far.
Yeah, it has been. Okay,
time to talk about
Nintendo
the
Switch.
Nintendo Switch.
Yeah. I was gonna get down on this subject, but it's okay. We'll talk. We'll get to Switch. I'm
Let's
excited.
lighten
I
this
was
up
happy.
a little bit.
Were you happy?
Bit. I am happy.
I am happy. I'm happy too.
Because I had to stand in the cold Colorado weather for for like 3 hours. Not really. It was like 2 hours.
It wasn't that bad at all.
And I got a Nintendo Switch.
And he chose to. He was still fourth in line.
And I had a pre-order too.
I showed up 50 minutes beforehand, and I was...
You were like what?
10th, 11th,
8th or 10th or something.
Yeah.
You weren't that far back.
Wasn't that far
You
back.
could have probably just came up to me though. I don't.
Yeah.
They're a bunch of nerds. I don't.
Yeah,
think
I know.
would've
Just like,
attacked you.
what nerd?
Yeah,
you want some of this beefcakes?
I'm not gonna lie. Some of them though, they were annoying me.
Yeah, it happens. People get annoying, Steven.
They were pretty bad.
But you don't have to single them out because they're nerds.
They were trying to like.
I know a lot of very different annoying people.
Yeah, they were definitely just annoying.
Yeah, there you go. Now think of all the annoying people that you've ever thought of.
Oh, I know a lot of annoying people.
All right, but yeah, so we were waiting in line and finally got in at 12. They did not let us do a 10 o'clock release like with the Pro and stuff like that.
Unfortunately.
So that was sad. I was very sad. I had to sleep and stuff. I watched you unbox yours that night. And listeners, you can become viewers by going to YouTube and check out our first official YouTube unboxing video, Give Me That Box. It is with none other, your host, Oscar Lucio, with Steven doing all of the lighting and camera stuff. He did a great job, so make sure you tweet at him and tell him that he did great. Now, really, that's going to lead you to a bunch of hate mail.
No, probably.
That's nothing but hate you're going to get.
Yeah,
but
everyone's going to be like, this isn't even that good.
Nonetheless.
But I mean, honestly, for like a first little video, it was really good.
Yeah, so check it out. Subscribe. If you haven't subscribed to the podcast, subscribe to it. I should do that at the end, but it's like, whatever. I'm gonna fucking plug it. I'm going to plug it up.
Plug it as much as you need.
Just like I did with my Switch. I got it.
I
thought it was great. And I still think it's great.
Yeah.
There are some things though, but first we're gonna do a little bit else before we get into the real specifics of it. The launch. Now let's talk about the launch. They did about a 3-month launch window. Pretty much.
It was somewhere around there. I can't remember the exact date, but it was a little bit ago. So they told us it was going to be in March.
Yeah.
A while back, but I mean, it was back.
We didn't know when.
I think it was maybe not last E3, but it was somewhere around there where they said we are releasing a new console. The NX.
It was the commercial. We had the commercial. Yeah.
Yeah, and even before the commercial, they just said it's coming out, next year, maybe around March, and then we did get the commercial. But I think when we got the commercial, it gave us the actual date, March. No, it wasn't.
No,
it didn't give us the date. It just said March. That's what it was. Yeah, so they said it was coming out in March.
January. We found out the March
actual
3rd date.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then we also found out that Zelda was
and
a
all
launch
the other
title.
breaking news.
Yeah.
So let's track back a little bit. What do you think of that first commercial?
I liked it. I mean, everyone likes to make fun of Susan, who brought her little Switch to the rooftop party, and everyone's like, God
Can't
damn
you
it,
fucking hang out?
We just want to hang out. But no, I mean that's exactly what the Switch is. I mean, you just take it. You can just play with random people if you want, or families. I mean, we've played with our families the other day. I played with 2 random people already.
You isolate that sentence. Those 2 sentences.
Yeah.
Very strange thing. But that's what the Switch is doing. It's bringing that socialness back into gaming. It's nice.
Weird.
It's nice.
Nice.
I even did like this camping XS setup, and I was in the backyard, and we were like playing on the table. I was just like, just think if we were camping right now at a campground, and we were playing some Bomberman. Everybody had a nice gay time.
Yeah.
It was great. It was a great time. Yeah, it was. Everybody was
nice gay time.
Everybody was super stoked.
Super stoked.
Super stoked.
No, yeah. So the trailer was awesome. That's when I was like down for it, and I think the best was when they announced the launch titles and stuff, and they actually showed us a little bit more on how it works and everything. They also told us the online infrastructure at the time which we still don't really know what that is.
Yeah,
unfortunately.
Really, the only glimpse that we have into the online network right now is the minimal eShop and playing Bomberman.
Very minimal.
That's really the only two online experiences you have with it.
And yep, friend codes. They just announced like a couple days before the release, which was a major bummer. I think they are working on it though, and it's free right now, but come fall you're going to be paying a subscription. I think it's leaked that it might only be like
around $20.
Yeah, like a year, which
for a year. Yeah, isn't bad.
But I mean, if it's as bare bones as it is now, it's like you're kind of getting what you pay for.
The fake Sony account, the president account,
Kaz.
Yeah. Did you see what he said?
What did he say?
So,
I did see
Nintendo's official response to the left Joy-Con not syncing was to make sure that your Switch isn't by wires and things like, or cell phones.
Yep.
And so that fake Kaz account just puts up, he goes, so you can't have your Switch by a cell phone, but they want you to use your cell phone to do the online communication. It wasn't exactly those words, but it was that message.
He said they want you to leave the room to use group chat.
Yeah,
voice chat.
So we'll see, but that's why it's not out yet. I assume that they're going to really try to fix as much stuff as they can.
I hope so.
The launch was more games than what we have planned out. We planned out to only have 5 games at launch, and we ended up having 9.
Somewhere around
8 or 9, which is a small improvement. But we had games like I Am Setsuna came out,
which I really want to get $40.
Fast RMX, Shovel Knight Treasure Trove, and the Shovel Knight small DLC with the Grim Reaper. You were right about that, with the Scythe Knight.
Yeah,
and then you had Zelda 1-2 Switch and Bomberman.
And really, all you need is
those last 3 that we said.
You want the other ones too, but Zelda.
All you need is Zelda.
That's all you need in life. We'll get to Zelda soon.
Talked to the GameStop guy. He said he didn't sell a Switch without Zelda.
I believe it.
Yeah, absolutely.
It is the killer app, and it's just the way it is. You release a game with Zelda right away, it's gonna sell. Like same with the Wii. That's the last time that they released Zelda at launch, Twilight Princess.
Yeah.
And the Wii is one of the best-selling consoles.
And I'm sure that really did help boost their sales, man.
No, hell
so
yeah.
much,
hell
so
yeah.
much.
I would not have gotten it. I would not have bought the Switch if it didn't come out with Zelda right away. I honestly don't know if I would have. I might have waited until Zelda or Mario.
You previously traded in your Wii U beforehand, before knowledge also of the Switch. Yep. What would you have bought in the Wii U Zelda? Or would you have went out and bought a Switch if you still had your Wii U?
If I still had my Wii U, I would still probably go buy the Switch. I can't play Zelda knowing that I am playing the inferior version of it.
Even if it's minimal.
Very minimal.
I do see that it's very minimal.
I still, that's the same thing. Like
you're an elitist, man.
I kind of am. I mean, I have a PS4 Pro with 4K TV.
It happens. It happens when you're a baller.
Peasants, but anyways,
y'all's a peasants.
But yeah, fantastic.
Good.
Fantastic launch because of Zelda.
Now let's talk about the worldly response. What did we hear from the world when Nintendo Switch launched? It was a big old mixed bowl, huh?
So mixed.
So we had some lower reviews of the console.
Yeah.
About 6 to 7s,
Yeah.
There was a lot. It's getting back to the day and age where a lot of reviews don't have numbers anymore, which is good, I think.
That is good. So like the Digital Foundry review. I like their reviews because they get in depth. Like they did heat mapping and they did all sorts of stuff.
They definitely really got on the map this year. I feel like
you're right. I didn't really see like many Digital Foundry stuff before this, but once the PS4 Pro came out and this came out, they were my go-tos because they're doing the actual, they're really doing the research. It's the same with the PS4 Pro games that you're playing with this boost mode. If you have the if you're in, what would it be called? The little demo thing, or the beta for the new PlayStation thing. And they're doing all these tests on all these boost modes game, and like they're really putting the effort into it, and you can tell it really shows with this Switch review. And they didn't number it, but I really liked their review.
Make sure that you don't mention that beta because Sony will pull your account, man.
Very true.
Yeah, man.
Very true. I think everyone knows about that.
Yeah, no, I know everybody knows, but Can't tell your own experiences.
Oh no, yeah.
If you got in about that, oh man.
I haven't played anything.
But the good news is you'd finally have Hollow Fight.
That's true.
Maybe.
But then I'd lose my only 2 platinums.
So wait, let's talk about some gamer tags real quick.
Oh,
this is totally Switch related.
It
I'm
is.
over here playing Bomberman online, right? My name's too savage for the Nintendo Switch online community. So if nobody knows, my gamer tags always come from a variation of Stab Your Face Off, which comes from Always Sunny in Philadelphia, an earlier episode when Dee is taking steroids and she is going to fight this MMA fighter. And she's just like, she tells her things like, I'll eat your babies, bitch, and stuff like that. Well, in that same episode, the waitress is in a car with Charlie and she's like, I'll fucking stab your face off. and I've always stayed with me. So stab your face, bro, stabbing noobs, stabbing faces, and now on this one, 10 characters, it's stab your face. I'm playing with Mike, Devin, Little Charlie,
Little Charlie,
you know what I mean? Bucko 5,
Bucko 5.
and then it's stab your face off.
They're all
or stab your face,
stab your face.
Stab your face. And it's just like stab in all caps, you are in little caps, and then face big caps.
And I mean, it's no profanity, so it's not like they can do anything about it.
Yeah.
But I mean, it sucks when they probably get bombed by
on
stab your face
PlayStation,
off.
I see tits.
Long Ripper 420.
Titso ass.
Titso ass.
Yeah.
Titso ass is pretty good.
Yeah.
Pretty good
Titso ass. Yeah. Harambe. I've actually seen Harambe.
Oh, man. I'm jealous
Lucky
now.
for that guy.
Yeah.
That's a great one.
Very jealous.
Yeah.
I was able to get mine hollowified.
Yeah.
Unlike my PlayStation where I forgot the F and it's hollow-eyed.
Yeah.
Please, Shuhei.
Let us change our names.
Yeah.
It's so sad.
Just said.
All right. So what we're going to do now is we've talked about the launch. Now, you can go check out our video to see my initial impressions of the system. But we're just going to kind of go over a real quick review of what we thought about it. First off, I'm going to say that it's incredibly light.
It is.
And it really does feel comfortable in handheld mode. I'll get to pros and cons here in a little bit. But another thing that I noticed is just like, it is really cool. Like the idea of switching it like and putting it down and doing like putting the kickstand up or doing this or doing that, like
hearing those audible clicks.
The audible clicks, yeah. And it really is. It's nice. It's like I told you, you know, Nintendo 64 was something that like you just had fun on, no matter what the gameplay really was. Like you had 4 players, you plugged it in, you had fun.
Yeah.
And like with this, you have mostly with Bomberman, things like that, you have that 1-2 switch. You have 2 controllers built in, and maybe they don't feel the most comfortable thing, but it works.
Yeah.
And it like just totally provides you with instant video gaming fun. Like with my VR, I can't just have instant fun with that. It's amazing, completely different experience.
Yeah.
But it's not something that I can just instantly have fun.
Tons of wires.
Even my PS4 Pro isn't just that instant with fun. Like, you know what I mean? Like
who has 4 controllers just at their house?
Nobody that I know.
Yeah. Like
you know?
I don't have that much money.
Yeah.
I'm poor.
And even if I did, I only would stick to 2. I really don't need it. And I don't have a game that's 4 players also.
Yeah, that's
I don't
thing.
buy those types of things for that.
Overcooked.
So it's nice. Yeah, Overcooked's amazing. Which is coming to the
Switch.
Yeah, which is amazing, which will make me rebuy that game. That'll be a great experience.
I
hope
totally
it's the complete edition, and that means I'm probably not going to buy the DLC.
Hopefully they bring
PlayStation.
online play into it then too. That'd be nice.
Yeah, that'd be nice.
It would be nice. But I mean, what's nice is, of course, we could just easily have a Joy-Con. Yeah. Let's play Overcooked. It would work so well. It would work so well.
Yeah. Okay, so any other initial impressions you want to get past?
Yeah, I mean,
quick?
what's nice is if you have the Pro Controller, I can have up to 3 people right now play a game. Like
exactly,
you know, easily.
Too.
Whether granted, I'll keep the Pro Controller at my house, but I can dock it. And so, let's say when Mario Kart 8 Deluxe comes out at the end of April, if I have 3 people in my house, I can be like, here's a Pro Controller, here's a Joy-Con, I'll use this Joy-Con. We can have 3 people playing Mario Kart right there,
Fantastic.
right now. Granted, that's $70 for that Pro Controller, but if you didn't get the Pro Controller, you're messing up. It's really nice. I love it. You don't need it. It's not essential, but when I play Zelda with it on the big screen, I think it's the right way to play personally.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Even I played Bomberman, and the Pro Controller feels a lot better with it.
Like
it's weird though. In the menu,
nice.
the Pro Controller like actually almost doesn't work, but we'll get to that in a minute. So what's next is we kind of did our impressions real quick, what we liked and stuff like that. But now we're going to be doing our official pros and cons. So like I said, the accessibility and just how I can just take it everywhere is really nice. That's something that I really like. I also like the cartridges. I think that's easy, especially because you made a great point once we bought it. I'm going to be having my Switch in the case all the time. And it does have that card slot, so like it kind of even helps me say like, oh, I can even buy physical games if I want to.
It's a little too big to just carry around in your pocket like the Vita. So you want the carrying case, and if you have those the cartridges there, it'll just make it easier. Personally, I'm going digital, but
those are my two pros, I'd say.
Look at for
big
me,
pros.
For me, definitely. The screen, that screen is fantastic. And I mean, also like being able to play Zelda looks fantastic on it. Like I can see that screen being able to support like amazing freaking looking 3D games. Like I would love to play like Mario Sunshine on this or something, or just granted
Skyrim.
Not like
Skyrim's coming.
Even Skyrim. I'll be interested to see how well that looks because Zelda looks
Mario
so good.
Kart
I think
even.
Yeah, I really think it can
nice.
pull off Skyrim. Like at first I didn't, but now I'm starting to think it can. And then I know this would probably be a lot of cons for people, but I would say that pros. I like that battery life. I don't think it's that bad.
It's not bad at all.
No. I'm really like it didn't die on me too much. I was playing it all night last night, and I was waiting for it to die. I was like, I'll turn this off once it dies. I was just playing in bed, and it just kept chugging. It kept chugging. It got down to 7% before I was finally like, all right, I just got to go to bed. And then like it takes a little while to charge, but
okay. So last night I played 1-2 Switch for a good half hour to 45 minutes, and then I played Bomberman for at least 2 hours, 2.5 hours. And then I played Zelda for another hour.
And was this all in handheld mode?
All in handheld mode.
Nice. See?
Yeah. Well, actually, no.
Maybe 1-2 Switch.
1-2 Switch was docked. So the 2 hours and the 2.5 and the hour of Zelda, I played fine, and I still had 25%.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, no. So I think that's those would be my pluses of the system.
It's unnoticeable, man.
No,
like
yeah,
especially because I don't think I would notice if my Vita had that. Like that short of battery life, you know what I mean?
And
like I really wouldn't notice.
Yeah, and the thing with both of them, and I think with handhelds in general, is you don't play them in 5-hour time spans. Like I don't. You know, you play it 5 minutes here, you put it to sleep mode, you go and do something, and then you pick it back up and you play it more, and so that just really extends the battery life. Like sure, it's got a 5-hour battery life, but I mean that extends out to 10 hours. The other day I had it here all day, 12 hours basically without charging it, and it was fine. It was completely fine.
Because you just throw it in standby.
Exactly, yeah. People don't understand. You don't play handheld games for 5 hours straight, and if you do, you probably have it docked.
Yeah. Why aren't you at home? Yeah,
exactly.
And I understand. Yeah, you're a plane rider or whatever, but that's another great thing. I want to bring this up. Pro for the Switch is that Pro controller. People were whining about the price, $70. Wah, right?
Yep.
Well, this thing, okay. If you're like me, I have an iPhone. I have a Lightning jack. I have no Type-C charger, okay?
Yep.
So right there, I would have to buy a cord or lug the power brick around with me and charge it wherever I can, you know what I mean? With that Pro controller, you get the Type-C because it's Type-C. So right there, that saved me money. Okay.
I didn't think about that.
Yeah. It's saving money right there because Type-C cords aren't cheap. I'd probably at least be paying $20, $25.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? If not $30. So that's right there.
I
nice.
didn't even think about that.
That makes the controller for me only about $50. And then I find out that this sucker can work on PC and Android.
Yep.
Like, dude, sign me up.
And it's got an NFC reader. I was able to use my Link Amiibo, which gave me Epona, which was too overpowered, so I reverted to a last save because I felt really bad.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
See, now I have to start buying Amiibos, bro. Yeah. Oh, that's got me because I already buy all this other stupid shit. And now I have so much more to buy.
I only have the Link Amiibos. I've got the Smash Bro Link, and then I have the special edition Ocarina of Time Link, which I took out of the package.
I saw that. I saw that when I was at your house. I was like, oh, this is out of the package. Guess you didn't really care about this one.
Well, actually, no, it was still in the package when you were at my house. I just took it out of the package because it wouldn't work on the NFC reader, wouldn't work through the package. And I wanted to see what it gave me, which it gave me a bunch of meat. in Zelda.
Gave you a bunch of meat?
Gave me a bunch of meat.
That's awesome.
It was actually pretty cool. But I reverted to the last save, so I could still do that one. But don't do the Smash Bros. Link, because it gives you Epona, which is a fully trained horse, and it was way too overpowered. I was like, I feel bad. I feel like I cheated. Like I put a cheat code in the game.
Yeah, that's money. That's what it's called. It's called money.
One day I'll use it again, like, because it's actually Epona. Like, it's actually Epona, because Epona's not in the game.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
But it gives you Epona.
Exactly.
That's amazing.
Yeah,
No, that's
amazing.
freaking amazing.
Amazing. Okay, cons.
Cons. Okay, so I got a couple.
I got a couple too.
So I was playing Bomberman last night, like I said, on my back, and I was feeling, very easily taken advantage of, might I add.
I'm sure.
But anyway, so I'm playing this game, and you're playing multiplayer, so you get into it. Especially if you really like Bomberman, I think you really like this game. But if you don't like Bomberman, it's probably going to be a pass. But anyway, so I'm getting into this shit. I have probably played about 5 or 6 online matches. I'm finally starting to do good.
Mm-hmm.
They actually have a league, like a ranked league in the game, which I totally didn't expect.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to build up that tree, and I just feel like eventually, if I'm not like holding this thing right, or if I get too intense in my games, like, I don't know, I feel like my Joy-Cons might start to get looser on the side. I don't know how much that is, and like right now I don't think you can really tell, but like I'm just that person that I always feel for looseness, and I just don't know if it'll be able to handle that, you know what I mean? Because I do sometimes I get intense playing games. Your hands get intense, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And granted, I don't know how many intense types of things I'll be doing on this, but I mean boss fights in Zelda, the occasional me versus him at the very end of the match at Bomberman, you know what I mean? It's like that shit gets intense. And granted, I was upside down, so I'm holding it more.
Yeah.
So that, I think that might be a little bit, but like I don't know. I'm worried about that. I'm worried that they might get loose.
Everyone's saying that it is really tight, it is really nice, but you have to admit this is still a new console. Like we still have yet to see all the technical difficulties like Xbox 360 with the Ring of Death. Like no one saw that for a while, and then it started to come out.
It happened.
And
a lot. It happened a lot.
Yeah, I think I have 2 of my 360s. I'm pretty sure died. Ring of Death. Rest in peace.
Yeah. Dude, my friend put it in the freezer and it worked. Straight up did that. He straight up got Red Ring right away and he put it in the freezer, and after a while, like, he pulled it out and it worked. I couldn't believe it.
Who knows? I mean,
yeah, no, and that's what's weird about that 360 and the Red Ring. Because there were so many weird fixes and so many stupid things that you can do. It was so weird.
Yep. But so yeah, who knows? I mean,
another con though is gonna be I like that like how the UI and everything looks, but really it's so bare bones, it's irritating. It is like it, and what's weird is like, okay, so I'm getting excited for the things that I do realize that's in the system, but I'm like, why am I like? It's wrong that I'm getting excited about that. Like, I realized that once I started playing a lot of online Bomberman, people started adding me. You can look at your recents. I thought that was cool, but I shouldn't think that, because I can do that. I could have done that on my 360.
Yep.
I could. Why do I think that's cool?
Exactly.
And it's weird because like Nintendo gets such that weird pass because like you're so used to playing Nintendo games in a limited spectrum. So like you're like, oh, now I'm having this Nintendo experience with that type of AAA experience, but at the same time you're like, I don't know. There should be more, and there isn't, and that's what's even worse. Like okay. Nobody uses their internet browser, right?
Yeah.
On a console, right? Nobody does. The Switch doesn't have it. You know what I mean? And it's like, okay, that's kind of weird, I guess, but I don't need it, so I guess it's not weird. And then there's no Netflix. There's no, like, I can't listen to Pandora on it. Like, it, like, really give me an incentive to take this with me. You want me to play games on the go? Well, let this be the machine, because that screen is beautiful. Yeah. Fucking give me Netflix on that screen. I will not watch Netflix anywhere else on. Like, I could pop that thing up and just watch.
That would actually
like, that
be the
is
only
nice.
time I watch
Give me
Netflix.
that. You know what I mean? Like,
and this is all something that they could fix, though. Like,
yeah,
we'll at least
exactly.
keep that in mind.
Exactly.
They Netflix. I mean, it took forever for PlayStation 4 to get YouTube. You know?
Yeah, no, exactly.
So I mean, there are those little things, and I mean, the Wii and the Wii U had Netflix. I'm sure it'll get there. It's just I'm sure it's just problems with just agreements as well as getting it to run. And who knows, maybe they'll change to that. But you're right. At the moment, it very
it is. It is. Yeah, but yeah, like I said, I mean, all consoles are really bare boned. I mean, in the second year of PlayStation 4, you finally got the fucking MP3 reader and shit like that. You know what I mean? So it's like like weird shit that should be built in, but
the Xbox 360 with the changing the dashboards multiple times. We're just in that era where you can upgrade stuff. You upgrade firmware and you make it better, and it will be improved. Please, Nintendo, crossing my fingers.
Do you think if you have a PS Vita, then this is a good sell? Like from us going to them and like having ours and then now getting the Switch, like I think if you have a Vita, this is a great machine. Like, don't you think? Like, if you're in that handheld spectrum, you know what I mean?
I definitely think so. And you need to like the Nintendo first-party stuff, though. That's what it comes down to. Because if you have a Vita, do you really need the Switch then? Not necessarily. But but on the opposite end, now that I have my Switch, do I need my Vita?
Now, here's the only thing that answers that question. Is that the PS Vita can't run Zelda. I don't think it could.
Yeah, no way. No way.
That
wouldn't happen.
So that's the answer to that, I think.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Like, if you, but at the same time, like, I mean, you get free games. Yeah. If you have a Vita right now, you're very much invested in it, and there's no way that you don't need it anymore. Yeah. But it's going to make you hard to get back to it.
It definitely is, but they will hopefully keep releasing games that might release only on the Vita, and the Switch might not get it at first, and I'll get it. Plus, maybe if I'm just going out somewhere really quick and I don't want to carry my carrying case, but I'm going to be playing something, maybe that's where I'll just bring my Vita because I can just easily put it in my back pocket.
Yeah.
But I have a feeling that the Switch, I'll get to the point where I won't need this carrying case. Like, I won't really be so protective about it. So maybe one day it'll be like, fine, I'll grab it, throw it in my car. So that remains to be seen. But.
Yeah, it does. Well, and that's what's nice is I think it's weird. Like, you really do need to get a Switch in your hand and get yourself in the environment to use it. Because, like, I was very much in the environment. Like, at Andy's, I set it up, and then I moved it over here, and then I put it the TV, and then I put the handheld when I was leaving. And as long as, like, which is not I'm trying to offend anybody, but as long as you're not, like, a shut-in type of person, then I think this is really something that you'd like. Okay. I mean, if you're a homebody, though, and, like, you are mostly, if you're 90% at home, then, yeah, that's going to be kind of weird because... Yeah, then you're not going to get that effect.
Yeah, then it's basically just going to be the home console that.
Yeah,
you'll probably only have it there unless you'll probably stop getting to the point where you're like, let me take it upstairs real quick, or let me take it downstairs. You'll probably just keep it in dock.
Keep it there.
So that'll be interesting. But so yeah, I've got some cons too. Okay. And unfortunately, it's with the dock. I've noticed a lot of other people mention it, and I've noticed it on mine that without a screen protector, the dock slowly puts little tiny scratches on the border of the screen.
Whoa.
I am totally seeing little tiny hairline scratches from on the sides of the screen on the black parts where I put it in. They're not very noticeable, but it is kind of like one of those things that if you're really looking for it, it's like, I don't like that. And unfortunately, it's kind of complicated to get a good screen protector. I can get like a plastic one, but they do sell the glass temperament ones, and I want that. But in order for me to order it on Amazon, it says it's going to take, I'm not going to get it until like March 27th, and today's March 4th or March 5th or something. I have to wait a full month of Switch use to get my screen protector. No.
Man, I want to go look at my Switch right now.
Yeah. They're very small. And I'm trying to get over that. Like, it's not that noticeable. And with my Vita, it's got some scratches on it, and I don't care.
But
and
you just bought this.
I just bought this.
No, there's no way that. No, I'm totally not okay with that.
Yeah,
I can't even talk myself out of that. Yeah. I'm not gonna dock my Switch until I get one now.
See,
I shit you not.
See, we'll see. I'll show you mine because I
have the warranty on, so I mean I could literally take it into GameStop for any reason.
Yeah, so do I. I want to see the extent to that warranty. So because I have a year, so I think I will really take advantage and try to do something to get that warranty. But I want to make sure because I don't want to get screwed over. And
let's go back to a little story real quick. Yeah. Okay, getting my suave voice on.
All right.
This guy, okay,
Yeah.
You know those dudes that always tries to sell you the protection plan?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, this guy. I was working at Office Depot back in the day.
All right.
Those were my prime selling days, man.
All right.
Whoo! Fire. I was walking in there
Fire.
practically wearing a suit, but it was just button-up shirt and slacks. But, so whatever. I sold 76 protection plans in the month of December of 2012.
Damn.
And I was like the highest ranked, like it had the highest score, man, in there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It's a lot of protection plans.
Yeah, exactly. Let me tell you what, man. You want to know how I sold most of those?
How?
I would tell people, man, you want a new one? You could literally break it under our protection plan and just bring it in. You know how many that sold? If I was like, you don't like this computer in 2 years, if you buy the 2-year, you fucking wait until 1 month and 1 year and 11 months, and you throw it down your staircase and bring it in, and you'll get a new computer, or you'll at least get a gift card for that amount. Dude, sold. That's so shady and fucked up, but that's the real, like people are trying, because people don't think about that. You get lost with time, and you eventually don't think about that stuff.
Yeah.
Then you're using it, and all of a sudden your warranty's up or whatever, or you lose the information, or you forget that you even buy a warranty,
Yeah.
Which most of the time, I bet you all those people that I told that, I bet you 1 out of 10 actually did that.
Yeah, no, probably any, but did the warranty definitely cover
Everything.
dropped stuff? Okay.
Drops.
Because I know when I was because I work at Target, and when I was electronics, so for some of those it would work, but like let's say the TV, let's say your TV was knocked over and it broke, though our warranty wouldn't cover that. Our warranty was mainly manufacturer or like stuff like that. So I would definitely look
look
into
at
it.
your protection
Look
plan.
into
No,
it, yeah.
I'm not trying to say, but
Yeah.
the Office Depot protection plan,
Right.
it's as long as it's against drops and spills.
And
then
I think Jay
Yeah.
even said that.
Yeah, no.
GameStop. I'm
Well,
pretty sure he said
well,
it
what's
covers
nice is
drops and stuff.
Even if they tried to not do that because it's like a home console, air quotations, it falls into the handheld category, man.
Yeah.
Like, there's no way you're selling a handheld product and putting a protection plan on it if it doesn't cover drops. Like,
Exactly.
there's no way you buy that. You know what I mean? Like, and that was the same thing with Office Depot too. It's like the tablets covered drops. You know what I mean? Desktops didn't cover drops, but they covered spills. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So like water damage. I could sell it on a backpack if the zipper broke. And that was specific for backpacks. You know what I mean? Weird shit, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fucking weird stuff.
Yeah.
But I will take advantage of that.
Exactly.
If this is kind of messed up.
Yeah.
But again, they are extremely small,
Oh,
so
yeah.
I'm not trying to say I've got like gigantic cracks and it looks horrible.
Yeah.
They're hairline cracks. Scratches.
Yeah.
And it is making me kind of go, I don't know. So and that's just a design flaw, Nintendo.
Yeah.
That's a design
Well,
flaw.
you'd think that they would have noticed.
You'd think, but again, I'll show you, and you can be the judge of it. But that would honestly be my only con. I love everything else about this thing.
Oh.
Yeah, like like everything else so far is great. I haven't got too many opportunities to use the Joy-Con on the side, but the times I have, they're simple enough games where I can do it. When it comes to like maybe like NBA or like some bigger games multiplayer wise, it might be interesting to see how it works with only 6 inputs. That's all it has.
Yeah.
So it'll be interesting. But as of now, I love it. Games, who needs them? I got Zelda.
Yeah. And I can see that. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
And it's nice. It's a nice console too if you want to play some games that you haven't gotten the chance to too.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Which is kind of not the best thing to say, but hey, like I want to play I Am Setsuna now.
Yeah.
And it gives me a reason to. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
That Fast RMX looks like a Wipeout clone.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean it is. That's what it is.
Yeah.
And
Like you were saying, all console launches have
that weird
weird
game.
racing game.
Yeah, exactly.
The way
And
it
so
is.
if it works, and it's only $20.
Yeah.
It's online. Like if you like Wipeout, then there's no reason why you probably won't like this game.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
And I don't think it was pricey at all.
Yeah,
It was maybe like what?
20
20
bucks.
bucks.
Yeah.
I'm Setsuna $40, but it looks like an in-depth game.
Deep game, deep RPG.
Which I did
Which is
miss
a
out on
proven
that.
game.
Yeah, I missed
Proven
out
game.
on PlayStation 4 and Vita. It was just there was other stuff I was playing, so I am kind of excited to buy that. Maybe not this paycheck, but it may be a little bit later. But then we also have Mario coming out at the end of the year. Mario Kart coming out at the end of April, because they're going to port Super Smash Bros. For Wii U or the 3DS version, whichever one, over to it.
Yeah.
Maybe the 3DS version, actually, now that I think about it, might be a little easier for them. I'm sure.
No, I heard that was actually a crap
Yeah.
version.
I'm sure it would be Smash. It would be the new one.
The Switch better be able to run every single thing the Wii U did.
Everything.
Not
Not necessarily that I want it all, but
I would love Tropical Freeze.
that would be
Star
good.
Fox.
Star Fox, maybe.
Maybe things like that. That's actually the only two. Mario Maker, I guess, because I would like to be entertained for a day. Pikmin 3
looked beautiful, and it's like one of the only first party Nintendo strategy games, anyways.
Yeah.
RTS, real time strategy.
Yep.
So yeah, I think we have a lot to look forward to. I like the game. I don't like those scratches, but
So I think we'll go in depth into 3 games.
Okay.
Okay. First we'll go over 1-2 Switch. Okay. Party game. I was buying a party game. I knew I was buying a party game. Did you know you were buying a party game?
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Exactly.
So it's a party game.
Yeah.
But it is fun. Like all party games are.
Like Wii Sports.
Yeah. I could obviously see how people will get fatigued.
Mm-hmm.
That happens with party games.
Yeah.
Now, do you think this game will be supported? Like, do you think there'll be DLCs of it?
No.
You don't think there'll never be an add-on? Nothing?
I think if anything, it would be a sequel, or they would call it something else. It would be in the same vein as 1-2 Switch, but it would be called something else, and maybe it would just be new updated games. I don't think we would see DLC per se for this guy.
Now, see, I was honestly hoping that there would be some sort of like free DLC. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like a game, here or whatever. Like you got to keep that type of game fresh, especially when you're paying $50, and especially when you know that Zelda needs DLC.
Yeah. See, that's the worst part about that game. I love it. It was really fun, but that $50 price point is asking
ridiculous.
for too much. It honestly, it should have been a package deal.
Or no more than $20.
Or no more than 20. Exactly.
Yeah. It is fun though.
It is extremely fun. It's the only game right now that really utilizes the HD rumble.
And it utilizes the fuck out of it.
It is interesting.
You do the soda shaker. Did you try that one?
I didn't try that
No.
one.
Okay, so soda shaker, you shake it up, and you feel like the pressurization of this bottle, and you feel the fizz in it, and it feels like you're holding a fizzy bottle.
That's
like,
crazy.
It is so cool. And then you have the ball rolling one where you count how many balls are in the box, things
And
like that.
That one was kind of scary, like especially when you get it right.
Yeah.
Like, I know there was
the safe cracker was an excellent use of it. It really feels like you're turning a dial and then hitting that lock. So it really does. Like that game, but like I said, it sucks because unless if you buy that $50 price point, then you really don't know what your controllers can do. Like there's so many, as of now. But yeah, right now, if you bought Zelda and Bomberman, then you don't know what that controller does, and you totally, and it's in the back of your head, and you don't even think about it.
Like all I hope now, I'm hoping for either a Mario Party or a WarioWare that utilizes that HD rumble.
I would like a Wario World.
Wario World would be crazy.
Wario World would be sweet. This really fucking weird Eastern-y game, it was super high on like all the colors and shit, and everybody's like really like just mock versions of themselves. Like
that'd be interesting.
Like I think that'd be awesome. Maybe like the Bones people in Warrior Land are like just perfect, nice people, gentlemen and shit like that, and like just like the opposites of everything.
That'd be creepy.
Yeah,
that'd
so
be
cool.
Interesting.
So cool. The stars are clouds, shit like that. Just weird shit.
I'd play it.
Yeah, like a whole like 20 hour, 15 hour, fine experience. Yeah, and then you got to throw in the mini games like through the story. You got to throw in them because it's Wario.
Because it was a WarioWare for I think it was for the DS.
Yeah,
it was fun.
Yeah,
good times.
That'd be sweet.
Good times. Yeah.
So next we'll go into Bomberman real quick. So I have a lot of time with Bomberman so far. I want to say that I have about 6 hours, 7 hours.
Nice.
A lot of that is me dying. This is a hard game. This is kind of a hard game.
The original was. So,
yeah, the original is. Now, some things to take away from it. We have to ask ourselves, people, are we bad at this game, or does the game not control well? It's a very weird thing because at first I was like, this game doesn't control well. Sometimes I'm going around the corner. Sometimes I'm going up when I don't mean to be, okay? Mm-hmm. So upon playing it more and more and more, and then playing online and finally getting through that breaking point last night of playing it I started to do really good in the league, and I started learning how to play the game. Trying to chase people and drop 6 bombs between them so they can't move between the bombs, or they can't things like that. Just like weird little strategies. And then I started to get it, and I started to move better. I knew when to move. I went.
Okay.
Yeah. So
it's just a learning curve.
But it's weird because if I told you right now to go play Pac-Man in the arcade machine, would you tell me that really control well? It kind of doesn't. Right,
I mean,
you really feel like it doesn't really control the best. Like people are good at it.
It's going so fast.
Yeah,
that,
and that's
exactly.
how Bomberman is.
Yeah.
You start to go really fast, and you have to make those tight turns. And yes,
you have to know when to stop
up.
so you don't run into the fire.
Exactly. Like I'm not very good at Pac-Man per se. I can only get to like level 3 or 4 probably max on an average playthrough. Exactly. So that's what I said. Is like you got to kind of ask yourself like at some point you got to get used to those old school controls. And then I think after that you do. But at the same time, I had a problem with the menu in the Pro Controller. I thought in-game, Pro Controller felt great. Going on levels felt great. Then when I was in the menu, I couldn't navigate through the menu. Now, this is weird because when you go to the shop, and that's something that's nice about Super Bomberman, you have these gems that you get for doing online battles and, doing good or whatever. And you can buy stuff, and you can also buy continues, which makes the game hard because you can't just continue. It'll set you back to world 1-1 or 2-1 or 3-1, depending on what world you are if you don't have coins to continue. So you have to play multiplayer, which is kind of weird because I feel like if you don't have an internet connection and you're stuck and you can't get past the world in 7 lives, like that makes that hard.
If you just play quick battle, you'll get coins from that.
Oh, okay.
Because I had randomly 1,400 coins. And I'm sure I only played with you local. So.
Well, you start off with a good coin purse. I think you start off with about 1,200.
I feel like you still might get coins, but I'm not sure.
Yeah, but even if you didn't have online, like, could you? That's what I'm wondering. Like, could you play regular local multiplayer or whatever and still get coins?
I'm sure you can.
I feel like that's weird though. You would think you would have to, but I know that when I go through the story, I don't get coins. Yeah, so that's a weird thing. And it sucks because I'm not going to put myself in that position. I'm just going to go play online, but that makes me think. But anyway, yeah. So when you go through the shop, you go to purchase items. Go to purchase items with your coins.
Yeah.
And like I'm just hitting over, and my cursor is like going down, up, down, side, back. Like I do not know what was wrong with it. It was so fucked up, and like it was pissing me off because I couldn't navigate through my menu. And then I switched to the Joy-Cons, and I can move through it just fine.
Interesting.
And then I go on the Pro Controller, play another game. I go to my keyboard with the Pro Controller, and I'm going just like sideways perfectly. I go to another like type of thing to where I have to go side to side on another keyboard, and it's working fine. So it's weird. Like it was just in that menu, and even when I go back to it now, it still doesn't work. Like I don't know how that happens.
That's weird. Are you using the analog stick or
the analog stick? And on the analog stick, it makes me go straight on everything else.
Interesting.
But yeah, that menu, it's like super weird fucking thing.
Man, that's what happens with the new release dates of shit.
Yeah. So, but other than that, I think if you're a Bomberman fan, you played it a lot as a younger
Super
kid.
Bomberman.
Yeah, super. Well, yeah. Mm-hmm. So I looked it up. It was Super Bomberman 2. So
it was.
Yeah,
too?
it was. Yeah, that was the one I had at least. So
I would have to check, but I know I played one of them, and it was one of those games where the storyline was awesome. Like, it was fun getting to World 3 or 4, and it changes. You get different bombs. You start getting the bombs where you could control the detonation through time based and stuff. Where like, and it was story based where you're facing different enemies. You're at a different different levels like.
World 1, 2, 1, 3, things like that. Yeah. And it's so much fun, and they really capture that in this one. It's really the same game. I haven't gotten to like time bombs and stuff like that, but we'll have to see if that happens. Like you said, this does have a story. Super Eastern, super bright, super colorful, really nice, bold, cartoony style. I love it.
Which I think that's new because I don't think there was a story.
Yeah, I don't really remember that in any other ones either. I also haven't played a new Bomberman game in a while. But
it has been a while. We haven't gotten one in a
long
time.
Exactly. So the last one I probably played was DS, regular DS.
Nice.
Yeah. So I would say if you're a Bomberman fan, this is easy like an 8, 8.5, I think. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
If you're not though, then this might be like a 6. You know, I don't know. If I feel like if you don't have any type of nostalgia to it, you might not want to play it. It is fun, and it does get that addicting factor. But yeah, I don't know. It's weird.
I think either way you'd like it, even if you've never played the other ones, as like a party game. Like,
yeah.
You know, a couple of people come over, let's play Bomberman.
Well, and that's what's nice is we just set up 2 Switches and we have 4 people playing right there when we were playing, so that's nice.
Yeah, and
all right,
it worked relatively easy.
So give the people what they want to hear. Tell us about some Zelda. I've played it. It's great.
Oh boy, guys.
Oh boy.
Oh boy.
Oh boy.
Oh boy. Zelda.
Boy.
Zelda is here.
It's here.
This is all you need in life.
All of it.
Granted, it's taken a long time for us to get it, which isn't a bad thing. It's just they announced it a while back. We were supposed to get it on Wii U. They said it was coming on NX at the same time. I chucked that Wii U out the fucking window because I can't handle an inferior version, even it's not that inferior. But this is the game. This is the system.
So you're playing with the fucking
Zelda.
toy.
Yeah. Fucking scrubs, man.
Fuck that.
Fucking peasants. I don't.
No,
think so.
it's okay. If you got it, it's not like we hate you or anything.
No,
It's just like switch it up.
Just play
Switch
Zelda,
it up.
beat it, and throw it out the window.
Yeah.
Get a Switch. But so no, this game is fantastic. It is like the last time we got to play a Zelda game was Skyward Sword, which I think at the time was mechanically the best Zelda game. Like nothing will beat Ocarina of Time for some people. It's Link to the Past being their favorite Zelda, but this Zelda is it's so far it's winning on all fronts. Storyline maybe not yet, but I don't know what the storyline is. It's really vague because you start with like amnesia. You don't know
mild
happened.
spoilers.
Yeah, very mild.
We'll probably,
the very beginning
if
of the
we
game.
say anything, it's only about the first hour.
Like everything, if you can see the demos everywhere, but you wake up and you have amnesia and you don't really know who you are. You don't know what's going on, and you slowly start getting cutscenes. And what's nice about the cutscenes is they actually have audible dialogue now, which is a first for the series. It's not always that way. I mean, you read a lot of it sometimes, but the story I'm interested so far, and they have characters. They have Gorons. They have other characters that you're familiar with.
Yeah, Ganon is like an entity.
Yeah, Ganon is in it. Ganon. I mean, come on.
Come on.
Like,
if you didn't know Ganon was in it, you don't know Zelda.
If you haven't played a Zelda game, like he's gonna save the princess and he's gonna fight Ganon. I mean, come on.
But
you're gonna probably go through a dungeon or two.
He's like, whoa, spoilers! It's been spoiled. But and he looks really cool.
No, I'm really
from
interested.
what you see of him at the beginning, like he's like this big like dragon smoke thing, and you're like, fuck yeah, I'm down.
And it's a Western style RPG now. Like it's open world, and at first it didn't seem too open world. I was like, sure, it's open world, but I still have quests that I'm going to. But no, at where I'm at now, which I'm maybe 6-7 hours into the game, I have like 2 main quests that aren't linear. I really have to go and explore to find these locations and stuff, and then I'm starting to get tons of side quests, like just random people coming up and being like, hey, can you help me catch my cuckoos? They're all over the place and I need to put them in here. And I'm like, hell yeah,
no,
I'm gonna help. No,
I won't catch
I had to
cuckoos.
help, and of course I had to attack one of them, and I got attacked by cuckoos, because that's what happens in these games, and it was so satisfying.
Did the cuckoos attack you until you died?
No, they stopped. I was close though. That's another thing. This game's hard.
No, they will try to kill you.
Yeah,
as much as you can. Climbing rocks, climbing too high, being in water too long.
Exactly.
Which they try to kill you.
Which
you get past. So you get past with abilities and clothes and shit like that.
And then the autosave functionality is fantastic. It autosaves all the time, and you save like 5 separate autosave files. So
I'm gonna go ahead and say from what I've played, which is about like maybe 3 hours, maybe 4. This game excels at its system. Yeah. The food. Yep. The way the food gives you abilities, the way the clothes have abilities, the way that you can dress Link however you want,
your different weapons,
the way you can just pick up anything and use it for a weapon. Even if it's shitty weapons, you can just hoard them just in case if you have nothing. You can
ride down a hill on your shield.
Yeah, ride down a hill. Yeah, exactly. You can jump off this canyon with a leaf. You can do all this stuff. You're like, you say to yourself, I always wanted Zelda to be open world, and everybody always knew it was going to happen. And then you realize that they might be doing it the best that anybody has ever done.
open world.
You can climb everything.
Yep.
It is amazing.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, move over like Assassin's Creed and shit like that. Like, this is now the game that you experience climbing in. You know what I mean? Like, it is so cool.
Mm-hmm.
And it's cool because you have like even then, like I said, climbing can kill you if you don't reach your destination before Link gets tired. He can't be holding on all day.
You're gonna fall.
Exactly.
But if you have your paraglider, you'll be able to save yourself. But I mean, you accidentally don't hit that paraglider button in time, you're dead. And his ragdoll physics are also are great too. Like,
when
it's
you
like,
see Link die, oh man, it's sad.
It is.
He's just like blah, blah, blah. And you're like, oh man.
Yep. And then it's got basically like caves in Skyrim. You have these little mini dungeons all spread out all across the map. That some of them, your first couple of them, they give you
they make you do
they make you do, you get good abilities, but the rest of them you just kind of get a specific item that is very useful that you kind of need. I won't really go too much into it, but and some of them are hard. I've so far gotten to 3 shrines. They're called shrines, by the way, that I have not been able to beat. And I don't know why. I don't know if I don't have something I need, or if I don't know if I'm just too dense to figure it out. So I've just left them. I'm like, all right, I'm out of here. Yeah, probably. Get good. Good, scrub.
No. And that's why I kind of dived into Bomberman first.
Yeah.
It's something that I know that I can probably complete.
Yeah. Yeah.
And just get it to that phase to where I'll only be playing it when I do online, you know, things like that.
Yeah, because I don't want to play anything else now. Yeah. I am in.
Well, and that's what's weird is just I had that Horizon pre-ordered, still haven't picked it up, man. And I'm gonna play it. I mean, I'm gonna love it. I'm gonna play it. I played it at your house. It's amazing.
Right. It is
fantastic.
It is a fantastic game, and I don't know what's better yet, but Zelda is just tearing at my.
I feel like
heart.
I've never played a game like this Zelda.
No, it really. It's weird because it is Zelda. It's got those sounds. It's got those musics. It's got when I got my first rupee, I was freaking out, but at the same time, you're right. It is so different.
No, like
it's overwhelming.
No. I was thinking last night just about my feelings towards like what I've played of Horizon and what I've played of Zelda Breath of the Wild, and it's weird because I think I'm gonna play Horizon. I'm gonna love the shit out of it. But at the same time, I also think I've played games like that. Yeah. Like, I'm going to play Zelda right now because I feel like I've never played a game like this. Like, it's just, like, just from the art style to the detail to everything, like, you just feel like you've always been here, and now you're opening your eyes.
Exactly, yeah.
Fantastic.
No, yeah, same with the story. Like, I don't know what the story is yet, and I like that. It's shrouded in mystery.
I haven't had to touch my screen to do anything. I haven't had to like blow in a mic or pull my Joy-Con off. I haven't had to do any stupid gimmicks, nothing like that. Like this is Zelda back to where it used to be.
Yep.
Give me a controller. Let's play this game and explore this world.
And that's all it is. And by the time I'm done with it, it might become like my favorite Zelda game. Like I'll always love Ocarina of Time, and I adore that game to death. But this game is slowly starting to become just everything that Zelda needs to be. And I mean, I knew it would happen. These developers have been making games for so long. They know what they're doing, and they just were like, all right, let's try to make an open world Zelda. And they succeeded.
They did great. No, like I said, you know, everybody was always waiting for it to go in, and then not only did they go into open world, they just crush it, you know.
Just beat like everyone else in a sense. Like everyone's kind of like the amount of detail they're putting into this
makes me see all the flaws of games I played before.
Exactly.
It's like, man, like why aren't other people doing this stuff? Yeah. You know.
So yeah, get Zelda. I don't care if you have a Wii U and you're thinking about getting the Switch. If I still had the Wii U, like play this game. If you can't afford the Switch right now, like at least
afford it.
Zelda, like do it. Like play this game. Mm-hmm. It is going to probably be like game of the year. It is getting perfect 10s, and it deserves it. So far, I'm in love, and I haven't even gotten to any of the major dungeons, which I don't. I know the quantity. I'm pretty sure I know what the quantity is. I won't really say it, but I haven't even gotten there.
Yeah,
and I'm still loving this fucking game.
How many hours do you think you're in?
It's hard to tell. I know I can check on the system.
Yeah,
I would probably say
ballpark it.
It's got to be like 8, 9 hours.
See, and that's great.
Yeah.
That's what I love too. That's something that I liked about Final Fantasy 15 is like I was like 45 hours in before I started Chapter 8 and like all the great stuff of the game. Like when the game really excelled, like I felt like almost done with the game at that point, and then I was like, "Oh, this is great." But yeah, like, that's what Zelda does is it makes me find those flaws of like Metal Gear Solid and Final Fantasy 15, and I'm just like, it's so weird because it's like I said, it's like I'm doing open world for the first time.
Yeah, it really feels that way. It's weird how it is.
Yeah,
and it's also got like a weird like Dark Souls vibe. Like I can go to anywhere in the map, like I can, but I get to some areas and I'm fighting enemies that are. Like, I saw this one enemy, looks like he had, 4 legs, big old body. The guy freaking would have killed me in a second, and I knew. I'm like, I'm out of there. Faced another big rock guy. I'm like, I can kill you. One-shotted me.
Yeah.
This is a tough game.
It's something that also I have realized in Zelda Breath of the Wild. I haven't said, that's stupid, I should be able to do that.
You're right.
They walked through that game and said, let's see what we should be able to do.
Exactly.
And then they added it.
Yeah.
Like
it's like even when you cook for your first time, I'm like, how do I do this? Let's see. I would hold this item. Oh, I can hold it.
Yeah.
And then I can hold these ones too, and then I'll just throw it in the pot. I just made something. Like it's so intuitive, like it's crazy.
No, like the first time you find out you cut a tree, you know, with the axe, and you don't think like the game's going to do that, but you do it. No. And then on top of that, I climbed the tree next to it. I climbed up and I was in the branches and I said, I wonder if I could jump to the other tree branch. Sure as shit, I jumped to the other tree branch. Yep. Like, what? Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, I didn't do it gracefully and it wasn't mechanically built that way, but I landed on the tree branch.
Like I needed a fish. I saw a fish and I was like, how am I going to get that fish? I guess let me just shoot it with an arrow. And sure enough,
you done bowed fish.
Yeah, bowed fish.
When have you ever bow fish in a game? All great games have fishing and cooking.
You're right.
Let's put that in there.
You're right.
You know
I
what
like
I mean?
The cooking. Yeah. I like it.
Yeah, it's great. It's great.
Yeah.
Well, that we couldn't say more. I don't think.
No,
could you say anything more?
No,
it is great. It is perfect. The Switch may not be fully supported right now. We're hoping it will be, and if it does, it will be a total success. If you're into handhelds, I would say get it. If you're into home consoles and you really like Nintendo, I'd also say get it. And if you're on the go a lot, what are you waiting for?
Yeah.
What are you waiting for?
And then we got Mario.
Don't worry about the battery life. Battery life's fine.
It works.
Battery life's thinking of you.
It is.
Yeah, it's wondering if you're okay.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah, exactly. If you haven't checked it out, go check out our video on YouTube. It's our first one. It's not the best, but we're trying.
It's pretty
check
good.
It out.
It's pretty good.
Check it out. Just check it out.
Check it out. Give us a like.
Share it. Tell your friends about it. Don't thumbs down it, but
don't do that.
If you feel like thumbs down it, just don't watch it.
At least give us a comment on why.
Yeah. Don't do that either. Don't listen to
Well, Steve. I mean, don't be mean about it, but be like, I thumbs down because Oscar's hair looked weird today. I mean
that's fine. That's fine. If you need to do that,
we can do his hair differently.
That's fine. I'll do my hair however you guys want.
However you need it.
That kind of came out, and I was like, I probably shouldn't have said that.
They're gonna give you like a fro,
like in Logan. You should watch Logan.
Logan's good.
Out.
Welcome to Geeks Between Worlds, the crossover podcast where pop culture collides.